Hi everybody, it's Nat from Studio Hacks here, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can take a mono audio signal and make it sound like it's stereo. You can really widen up a mono audio signal. And I'm going to be using what's called the Haas effect, which is a psychoacoustic phenomenon discovered by Dr. Helmut Haas in the 1940s. And basically psychoacoustic means that it happens in your mind. It tricks your brain. And the reason why you might want to use this, it's very handy if you have a simple audio interface in your home studio and you've only got two inputs. You may have recordings where you've got a guitar in mono and a vocal in mono, and they're both very boxy. They're down the center of your mix. So you can use the Haas effect to widen up the guitar, make it sound like it was recorded with two microphones or a stereo microphone. You can really get a nice stereo image in your mix using the Haas effect. Now I'm going to show you how you can do this. It's really easy to do, and you can do it in any digital audio workstation that has a stereo delay plugin. So pretty much any digital audio workstation. I'm in Ableton Live 10 here, and I've got a guitar up on the top track and a vocal. A really simple recording, single microphone on the guitar, single microphone for the voice. Let's have a quick listen to this mix. They're both panned to the center, so it's a very mono mix.
It's hard to find your way, so hard to find your way, or find the words to say.
Okay, so all I need to do to make that guitar sound like it's nice and wide is grab a delay plugin. This delay plugin comes from the audio effects. It comes with Ableton Live. So basically this is going to be different for if you have a different delay plugin, but all you need to do is find out how you can decouple the left and the right speakers so you can have different delay lengths from the left and the right speaker. And a lot of these delay plugins, they let you make the delays in increments of the beats, but we want to turn that off. We want to turn this to time so we can get those increments in milliseconds. This little chain here will decouple the left and the right speakers. So now I can change the delay on the left speaker and the delay on the right speaker independently. I'm going to switch off this filter here. We don't really need that. And I'm going to turn the dry wet all the way up so we're really hearing that effect. And I'm going to turn the feedback all the way to 0 so we don't get any extra repeats. So as I dial up the delay between the left and the right hand speakers, it has to be less than 40 milliseconds to create this artificial stereo delay. So let's have a listen to how this changes the sound of this mix.
It's hard.
That was the little repitch you heard there.
It's hard.
I'll turn it on
to
and off.
find your way, so hard
That's mono.
to find your way, or find.
And that's the Haas effect. Now I can get this closer to that threshold. So anything above 40 millisecond delay, you'll actually audibly hear the delay. I'll show you what that sounds like. So that's not what we want. It sounds like we've got an echo plugin on there or a delay plugin. We want to actually go below that threshold of 40 milliseconds, and then we'll hear it, our ears will hear it as a wide stereo sound. Now you might want to experiment with the length of this delay because it will get wider, but you also might get some phasing or modulation effects at certain milliseconds delays. And that's because some funny things will happen with the waveforms coming out of the left and the right hand speakers. You might get some phase cancellation or things like that. So I tend to just experiment. You can try 8 milliseconds.
Or find the words to say.
So that really opens up that mix for a simple little recording. It pushes the guitar signal all the way to the sides, well, further to the sides. and then it leaves lots of space in the middle of that stereo image for that vocal to sit there nicely. And it gives you a bit of a nicer listening experience because you have this nice, expansive, wide mix, and the voice and the guitar become, slightly decoupled. So you can use this if you have a piano recording and you've only got 2 inputs. A lot of people only have like a small audio interface with 2 inputs at home. So, you may have a keyboard that you've recorded the audio from that keyboard in, and it's in mono, and you really want to make it sound like it's more of a stereo effect. So you can experiment with the Haas effect to widen up anything really. You can even widen up the voice if you want. So I can copy this onto the voice. I can have the guitar in the middle, and I can have the voice on the sides if I want to get crazy. You can use it in an experimental way. Let's listen to it with the other way around.
It's hard to find your way, so hard to find your way.
So obviously you will only really be hearing the full effect if you have headphones or if you've got a good set of stereo monitors. I did forget to mention that at the start. If you're listening to this on a single speaker, you basically won't hear anything. So that's how you use the Haas effect to add some really interesting effects into your mixes. I use this quite often just in an experimental way, but also if somebody comes into the studio and this is all I've got to work with, I can muck around with those delays to really change the stereo image. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you enjoyed the content or found it valuable, I'd love to have you on board as a subscriber so you can see all my future content. Make sure you pop that notifications bell on. And if you have any questions about this video, leave a comment. And if you have a request for a video on any topic, leave it in the comments and I'll make a video just for you. All right, thank you, and I'll see you next time.